I believe my biggest takeaway from completing this project with my mentee teacher has been me learning about her and her culture and how she connects with the students. I now know exactly what she needs to work on in regards to becoming a more culturally responsive teacher. I know that she can grow in feedback, giving students meaningful feedback where they can walk away knowing exactly what they need to do in order to get better. I know that she really wants to fully become a warm demander. So, having her take on some different characteristics to help herself balance the love, the tough love, and the warm regard, and setting high expectations for students and having them realize that they can do it if they really put their minds to it. Also, her building that trust, how to build trust with her students. So I know as her mentor how I can help develop her. Something else that I cannot wait to see her use is the journals. In her classroom, a lot of her students cry to get out of things and they have breakdowns and it just disrupts her teaching whenever we have five students crying, and now we can introduce the day book or a journal. When you feel stressed, frustrated, you can journal and write how you feel. You can use a calm down menu on your desk and use those practices to calm yourself down so that the teaching can still occur, but whenever your teacher gets to a good stopping point, she can read what you wrote in your journal, or she can see what step that you're on and calming yourself down and resetting yourself to get yourself unstuck. I would like to also help her create more challenges where her students are taking risks, no matter if you are a high performing student, on grade level student, or a below grade level student. I want every child to have an opportunity to take a risk to push themselves past their limits. I now see that she has a connection with her students culturally as far as playing games as a family, types of music, and coming together as food. But what other cultural connections can you make? When can you provide opportunities for the relationship of teacher and student to be more fluid? How can you be the student? How can the student be the teacher? How can you just go back and forth being teacher, student, teacher, student? One thing that Miss McDowell and I are doing together on May 6th, we're starting a computer science and coding course together. It's called CS First from Google. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these 8 and 9 year olds are going to learn how to do the coding activities before we do. And that will give us an opportunity to sit back and say, oh, Sanvid, you know how to do this, go for it. All right, you got it. Teach the whole class. Teach me. I'm taking notes. And that will foster having the fluid relationships in the classroom with being a teacher and a student. We can learn from students, and students can learn from us and teach us, and vice versa. That's extremely important. And then the difference is, how can we become unplugged to connect with each other more and care for one another more? How can we connect more digitally? If we're going to have our connections online or through games and apps, how can we make them more meaningful? So looking at our differences to celebrate them, and also looking at our similarities and then moving to strengthen our similarities so that we can both learn and teach one another. I think that's what culture is all about. It's about teaching and learning and transferring different things and just coming together to celebrate who we are, where we've been, and where we're going.